What's up, guys? Thank you for joining us today. We have very special guests today, Mike and Priest. These guys have an incredible story, and we're grateful to have them here in Northampton at the office. They're going to share their story, and I think it's going to be inspirational to you, and hopefully you get some value out of it. Mike, thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Tim? Yes, sir.
Priest. Well, guys, let's get to talk. Let's get to playing.
All right.
You guys are break. You guys are the guests.
So, you know, it all started off like when I was younger, man. I went to stay with my mom.
Big one.
And I had all, yes, that's right.
Yep.
Went to stay with my mother, and you know what I mean? Everybody was using, and like that was a cool thing to do.
Sure.
So like growing up, man, I wanted to be part of it. I wanted to be part of the crowd. I wanted to be part of like what was happening, what was going on. And it turns out like at that time, it was drugs, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So like I wanted to be a part of everything that was happening and cool. And is it my shot?
Yeah,
shot.
One shot.
So yeah, man, I was on drugs for a long time. It started off with like marijuana and stuff like that. And then it got more serious, you know, like pain pills and whatnot. And then pretty soon, man, I just evolved into like a full-blown heroin addict, man. And it was terrible. It was probably like some of the worst time of my life, but I wouldn't change it for nothing for like some of the stuff that I went through, you know what I mean? Like I went through so much. I've been to prison, I've been to treatment. I've been to McKinley Hall like 7 times. I've been to treatment in Columbus. I've been to the counseling center in Portsmouth like 3 times. I've been to detoxes. I've been to Narcotics Anonymous, and you know what? Like none of that worked. I'm not gonna say it didn't work. It instilled a lot inside me to like a lot of knowledge that I guess I would just retain for later. You know what I mean? I wasn't ready to use it at that time because I wasn't making good decisions. So like, yeah, man, I did heroin for like 10 or 12 years, and then I'd had a son, and I thought that would change me, and like it didn't. And like my son stays with his mom in Tennessee, and I miss him a lot. And like a lot of mistakes that I made from back then, it's like that's all she gets to remember me by is the mistakes that I made. So like it's kind of held over my head that I'm not a good person, and like, you know, I understand, I get it, because I didn't give nobody nothing to look at me positive for. You know what I mean? Nobody had a positive reason to look at me because I was doing everything negative.
Sure.
And like, you know, I'd done school with cars, stuff like that, messed with cars, whatnot. You know, like I got a bunch of family who was all into cars and like dozen tiers, all that. So I was just interested in stuff. So I was like, man, I know you can make some really good money like cleaning cars, and I had started it. And originally it was started through drug addiction, honestly. Like, I don't know if that's a bad thing, but you know.
Hey, I mean, it got you to where you're at now.
Yeah.
You're now cleaning jets. You know, you're now doing big things. You're now hiring friends to help you out. You're now helping other people.
Yeah, man.
You know, through that. I'm not saying it was a great thing. You know, you said, you wouldn't change it.
I wouldn't change it.
And there's a reason, because now you're here. Now you're on the Solomon Hustles podcast because you're doing such big things in Springfield.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's an awesome thing.
And man, so it was a downward spiral, you know, like active addiction, treatment centers. Well, they say jails, institutions, and death, man. That's all it was I hit the jails. I've been through multiple treatment centers. I've been to the institutions. So the only thing left after that was to like die. But you know what? I might not have died like a physical death, but like mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, like I was bankrupt, gone.
Sure.
I didn't have nothing left. So like when they talk about like God and everything like that, like I've seen God really work in my life, because there's times like I didn't want to get up and move, and I was just messed up, and like something greater than myself had picked me up like and pushed me, because if it was up to me, I'd have gave up a long time ago. So
wow.
You know what I mean? It's pretty powerful stuff. And then like after that, man, I kind of went away for a while, man. Like 21 months I went away again. Like I'd been previous before that. I was trying to be a drug dealer and like wasn't no good at it. And so like I went away and come home, and then I went to the halfway house. I had an ankle monitor on, and I worked at Ideal Steel. I got a job at Ideal Steel. I made like $10 an hour, man. It was crazy, $10 an hour. And I was in there talking to my foreman. I just did his boat yesterday. You know what I mean? I won't say his name. I just actually bought this boat and did it yesterday. And but I told him, man, like, you know, I was so hungry, man. Listen, I was so hungry that I was so sure of myself when this ankle monitor come off. Like, I was gonna do this. Like, through active addiction, like it had helped pay for drug addiction. So like, I was like, man, if I invest so much into this and like just put everything into it, that like, man, it should really be something.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I was just started a business, man, and I did it mobily because, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, if you can make people lazy, you usually win. So if I can pull up to somebody's house,
Right,
in the comfort of your own home, and detail and take care of everything you got there, and you can still ain't gonna miss your football game or the time with the kids
Right.
or nothing. And it was a great thing, so I did it mobily, man. And I came home from prison. I told Ideal Steel I was leaving. I ended up leaving. My dad gave me like $350, man, and I think I had $300 left over from the check from 7 days working. And I just took all that whole check and just bought equipment, man. And I basically started with nothing. And
So hold on, wait. So you're saying that you conquered drug addiction, basically. You did time in jail. You got out with no job, had $650, and now
and this is what evolved out of it, man. Like,
from all that. So you had all of that and only $650, and now you're crushing it. Now you're killing it.
yeah, man.
That's amazing. Like that is incredible. There's so many people who less than $1,000. You know, they're worried about how their life's going to change. They're worried about losing everything. You know,
I see a lot of
you
people.
started, so you created such a big thing with $650. Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, man. And that's the part that I told you, man. Like, I don't get it. Like I couldn't even tell you how it happened, or like, but it's I just know that like good people, good things happen. You know, like if you're just never a piece of crap, man. Like, and you just try to do good things, even if it don't fall in your favor. Still try to make the right decision.
Sure.
Like, man, doors open, and it's
Yeah. Well, let me ask you real quick. So I know that Eric Mata was your sponsor.
Eric Mata, man, he was my sponsor.
Shout out to Eric.
He
What's up,
was,
bro?
man. Eric Mata.
I mean, how do you think that played a role into this?
The reason I picked Eric to be my sponsor is like the dude had something I wanted. And it wasn't his money, it wasn't his car, it wasn't his girlfriend, it wasn't none of that. It was his peace of mind, his sanity, and the drive and the hustle that like I seen from this dude. There was a lot of inspiration from that guy.
It's unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah, like so I don't know, man, Eric's a great dude, and like all the way to here, man, I just wanted what he had, and I seen him go from like where he's at to go to another job to like now doing crazy stuff, man. Like Eric's doing so good, man. And his wife's got her t-shirt thing going, B's Tees, and that's cool, man. And it gave me a lot of inspiration. Like I'd actually messaged him like, man, maybe we could think of something like this, but I never talked to him after that about it. But I don't know, man. I kind of just went from like shit to shrimp. Like it just happened overnight, and I don't get it, man. I don't know, man. I network and stuff like that, and then like, you know, I've never been on TV to advertise. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I advertise, it's usually I went and did somebody's vehicle, jet car, and like, and they leave me a good review, and then like their friends see it, and then like, so now like I went from like doing really crappy jobs in the beginning, man, until like this, like Tuesday I'm gonna go ceramic coat 550S McLaren, and like, you know what I mean?
That's amazing.
$191,000 vehicle, and I cleaned a $27 million plane 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I did a jet yesterday, and I don't know, man. It's just I've come so far, and God really blessed me, and I worked really hard. And like a big thing that I wanted to do when I come home, and I really wanted to go to school. And like I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but the one thing that I really was for sure about is that when my son gets old enough to ask his dad, like, what'd you do? Like, I'll have something to tell him, and that means a lot to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not only that, like, he'll get to see what I'm doing, but I can also tell him, like, son, I went to school, and school's very important. Like, it's like number one, because without some of them pieces of paper, like, you can't do too much.
Right.
So, but back on the detailing thing, man, the story, like, went from drug addiction to prison and came out, and like my wife, she's amazing. Cheyenne, I really just came home to her in a $10 an hour job, man, and just a thought and a dream, and then like took $650, man, put it in play, and then like, you know, I didn't have the best tools, but I figured that if I could put the hard elbow grease and the work behind it, that I could make these things do what people wanted them to do, which was make their stuff look great. And
well, now you're a successful entrepreneur. Do you think you were born with that, or do you think that's something that you developed through hard work and just perseverance?
I'll be honest with you, man, where all my hunger and drive comes from is that, like, you know, a crackhead's not going to wake up in the morning and say, man, I ain't got no money, I ain't smoking crack today. Hell no. Don't work like that.
You're going to find a way.
You're going to find a way.
That's right.
So, like, if I keep that same drive, man, and, like, I'm going to find a way. Like, not everything falls into place, man. You got to force it sometimes. And, like, you know, I don't know, man. I force stuff, not like in a bad way, you know what I mean? It's just like, just making stuff happen, man. Like the hunger, the drive, I got animosity behind this. Like, I'm not gonna fail. Like, cause I've done so bad, man, and like, I don't know, I wouldn't consider it a failure. I consider it just like, it was my process, man.
Sure.
Like, you got the big process, or the big event, and then like, a lot of people forget about the process of how, but I always hold on to that close of like where I came from. I hold on to it close. So like, I remember sleeping on people's couches who didn't even want me at their house. You know what I mean? The feelings that come behind that is like, it's terrible. I can't even explain it. You know what I mean? It's really sad. And I just knew that I never wanted to feel that feeling again. And that like, my business is more to me than just a business. Like, it's a sense of being, it's something to do, it's a place to be. I feel important. Like my mindset, like it's really not even about the money. It's about like, I love what I do. I created it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man, I work really hard, and I don't know, man, I just kind of went blank.
That's all right. You've come a long way. I mean, so this is years ago now, but at 2021, you've come this far. What are the next 5 years looking like for you?
Man, I'll tell you what, I got some big plans. I got some guys in good places, man, and like, you know, I hold on to that. I want to be around positive people. I put myself in positive situations. I don't got time for like, not that I don't got time for you. I'm better than your situation, or better than you. I'm not better than nobody. I just don't got time for that no more. Like, it's not in my deck of cards.
Right.
So like, man, I don't know, man.
Is kayaking in your deck of cards?
Kayaking. Yeah.
We gotta go. We still haven't gone together.
We do gotta go kayaking, man. I got 2 boats. I'm kind of nervous, man. I keep going blank.
That's all right.
But man, like the detailing thing, I went from you know, doing crappy cars and everything like that, and then like I just stuck with it and I held on to it, and I pushed myself. I met my guy here like in an unfortunate place, and now we work together, man. We're living it up, and
yeah. How long have you guys worked together?
About 6 months.
Okay, all right. Preach, you love it.
Yeah.
Good. Preach, you got a crazy story too, man.
Yeah.
Can you guys tell us how you met and how far you guys go back?
I've known Mike for a little while. He used to date my sister
In elementary school.
Yeah, elementary school.
Oh man, that's a long back.
Yeah, I've known him around here and there. When we got locked up, we had our serious talks together.
Sure.
That's what brought us together for real. Was like him.
That's what brought us
together.
together.
Like,
Yeah.
When we had them late night talks and we was the only ones up, we talked about some deep things. We talked about what we did, what we was trying to do, and what we was going to do.
Yeah, well, because you said when you got out, you were working on the hog farm.
Right.
You know, now you're working with Mike, and then where you want to go, you said you wanted to go get into the epoxy flooring, and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Man, it's the way to go. You know, everybody wants to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't want to make money, it's like, you know, with the active addiction thing, you want to make drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You want to make the money for the drugs. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been through all of that stuff too. Right now, I just want the better. To me, the flooring would be where it's at. You know, it's a lot of money in it, and if I can do good work, I can run a good business.
Gotcha.
You know, it's the same thing as Mike with his with the detailing service.
Sure.
You know, and that's basically what it is. You know.
Yeah.
it's been a blessing,
Put
man.
your mind to it and make it happen.
This whole thing's been a blessing, man. I'm trying to get into like floor cleaning more. I'm juggling a lot with detailing right now. It's a big deal, man. I love my job. I love what I created. I love what's going on. I love what's happening, and like, yeah, man. I guess it's just a sense of being like knowing that I gotta be somewhere, be a part of something, and it just, I don't know. I feel like I found my spot, kind of my groove. You know, like, I love to work hard. You know what I mean? If I didn't work hard, I don't know what I'd be doing. And like, that's dangerous. Idle time's like the devil's playground.
That's the thing. If you don't find something to do, you're gonna just fall back into
Into it, man. So like with this, I got so much stuff to do, and like now, I couldn't even see myself in active addiction or anything like that. I'm married. I got a 5-bedroom house. I got a gorgeous wife who just started her business, and she she does body contouring, man. She does non-invasive breast lifts and butt lifts, and she does body contouring and stuff like that, man. And like, I'll be 100% honest, I didn't think it was gonna work, but it really works.
What is it, like massage or what?
Man, she's got these machines, and like they're high-tech machines, and they cut fat and get rid of like cellulite and varicose veins, and she's been doing really well. And
with men and women?
Mostly women. You know, I ain't no guy really going over there like, hey, you look, make my butt look bigger. No, nobody like that, but you know, she's I'm really proud of her, man. She's dealing with a lot, man. She lost her mom in February, and you know, us being newly married, you know, we're gonna bump heads and stuff. It's a new marriage and stuff like that, but I love her with all my heart, and I'm sure she loves me, but she's just, to recover from like losing a parent was as close as she was with her mom. Like, I don't know, man, it's pretty devastating. And then like to see her pulled out of what she's doing, like what she's got going on. Like, I'm really proud of her, man. Like, she's got a really good story as well. And I think God puts people in people's lives for a reason. So I believe, like,
amen.
You know, man, we all meet each other. You might see that guy on the corner, and he might have said something to you, and you might not understand it right then, but down the road, it might click to you like, man, I met that guy that one time, and he said this, like, yeah. And you know, like, everything I got going on right now is like a dream. I didn't imagine this. I didn't see it, but like, I didn't see it. All I seen was like day-to-day work, the grind, the hustle. I never looked at the long run. I was looking like day-to-day, like I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna go do as much work as possible, and now it's still like that, but it's more professional.
Sure.
I still get up with the drive and the grind and everything like that, but I just I got a lot more stuff to worry about now than just the grind and the hustle. I got a family and everything like that. And I'll tell you what though, man, this detailing stuff, I didn't think it was gonna take off like it did, but I guess, you know, when you put your all into something and you work really hard, like, good things happen. Like, check you guys out, you know. I see you guys all the time. You guys are inspiration too, man. Like,
I appreciate that.
With the houses and stuff like that, like, your names rings bells, man. Like your guys' names ring bells. Like when somebody hears like the Sullivan Group, like they know it. You know what I mean? And that's a pretty powerful thing. Like you guys created that. You know what I mean? And even before I knew you guys, I watched you watched your podcast and stuff. I had seen Eric's and stuff like that, and I was like, man, that's so cool. It'd be so cool to do that. But like, check it out.
Yeah, look at you now. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. We got a platform. We try to, like you guys, business owner and stuff like that, came from a low place. Now look at you. So like, opportunity is possible. That's why when people say like, oh, there's no opportunity, like, I'm so poor. I'm so broke.
You gotta make opportunity.
Yeah.
You can't just sit around like, man, nobody giving me the opportunity for this. Well, I'll tell you this. Nobody gave me the opportunity either. But you know what I did? I did something that a lot of people are scared to do. They're scared to quit their 9 to 5 because they're afraid of the unknown. They don't know what's going to happen. But you'll never know that you're going to be able to do anything unless you do it. Like nobody's going to tell you like, man, if you do this, like anybody can come up and tell you anything, like some reassurance, like, oh, you'll be great, da 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 da. Man, none of that shit matters. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
No, man. When I first joined the Solomon Group, probably 2 months after I joined the Solomon Group, I was already doing better. I was already a better realtor. So I talked to Arthur because I was working a full-time job somewhere else, still just doing real estate almost part-time, but I was still growing as a realtor, getting that much better. I was like, Arthur, I think about quitting my job. What do I think? And what he said is, well, you're gonna have to do it eventually. So if you do it now, you're gonna find out whether you're gonna sink or you're gonna swim. He said, I guarantee you're gonna do one or the other.
Sink or swim or float.
It's good to find out now. So, but yeah, man, just like you said, I mean, once you can actually dedicate yourself to something, you 10 times, your quality.
When you believe in something, and when, like, not only you believe it, like, you can just feel it, like, wholeheartedly in your heart, you could just feel it. Like, man, it's different. You know what I mean? Nobody else has to believe in you. You just gotta, like, you can't be lazy. There is no being lazy. None. I used to wake up at 6 in the morning, get up, get all my stuff together, call my guys, get my guys to the house, load up the truck, and then like after that, I've had times where I had to lead guys at a job while I went and took a final at school in college, and then come back and finish working, and then paid everybody and dropped them off. Like, it was a grind for a while, and it was rough, and it's still a grind, and it's never going to get easier. And you know what? I talked to a guy the other day, and he said that, he said, being at the top get lonely, you know what I mean? You don't want to sit there by yourself. It's not much fun. And I was like, being at the top gets lonely, it won't be much fun. And I had I don't know, man, nobody wants to, it's not fun alone, you know what I mean? So like, I would,
you better get used to it though, because it is.
It is.
Yeah, that's
nobody has the drive. Nobody has the drive. You know what I mean? Like it takes working. You can't sleep 8 hours a day and be real successful. It's not possible. Nobody who owns a business or does anything like that unless you've had it going for a while and it's set up like that. But even if it was, I'm still not going to do that. I'm getting up. I'm grinding. I'm there. I want to know things. I'm hungry for information. I'm hungry to do new things. I've been doing a lot of work for like Worldwide Jet International, and I've got to talk to, see famous people, like, and cleaning airplanes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's mind blowing, dude. I never in my life thought I'd be sitting in a $27 million Challenger 605.
I can only imagine who owns one of those around here.
What's that?
I can only imagine who owns one of those around here.
Oh my gosh. Dude. Yeah, it's
somebody south of town.
Yeah. God definitely blessed me, man. Yeah. He definitely did. And I'll tell you what.
Well, it's like what Hondo said earlier, why do you think he blessed you? Because maybe he's blessing other people with you.
Man, I think that like, see, God's a good thinker. Like, nobody knows him, so like he'll put somebody in a position for somebody else. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what Hondo was saying was, he was saying that he didn't understand why God had blessed him like this, but maybe he's using him as a messenger. He's putting him in place for him in a position
Right.
to change other people's lives.
Right.
Because God put somebody in a position to come in and change his life. Just like God put somebody in a position to like tell me like, do it, Mike, do it. Don't worry about the 9 to 5. Don't be basic. Don't sit around. And the number one thing is you can't be lazy, dude. Like there is no laziness in owning a business. You know that, man.
Absolutely, man. They never ends.
They never ends.
And some people talk about work-life balance. Like if you're self-employed, there is no work-life balance. Like it's all one big ball of work and
It's
life
work.
and
Yeah, it's
family and everything. You just have to put it all together.
Put it all together. And it ain't easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like the business thing, from the outside looking in, it might look like cakework, but it's not. I talk to 100 people a day. I'm scheduling jobs and everything like that. I got my buddy, he owns a detailing company, and he uses this one, freaking, what is it, online. They set up all his jobs. It's kind of like QuickBooks or something, but it's for detailing. So I'm about to get into that and check that out. That way, man, I won't, because I've been really hands-on with it, and it's just like, I don't know, man. It's too much talking to 100 people a day
Sure.
and trying to work. So I don't know, man. It's been great, man. It's been good. This whole detailing thing, and man, like if I had like a number one message to like leave somebody with from like this, man, is like if anybody else counts you out, like never count yourself out, because you never know what you're capable of. You're a lot powerful than you think. Everybody is. A lot of people hold a lot more power than what they realize they have.
Man,
They
it's
just
powerful.
don't know it yet.
What's up? Powerful message. What about you, brother man? You got any closing words there? Closing thoughts on?
Okay, give me back.
Nah, I'm just you know, gotta try to stay positive. You gotta, you know, keep your head up. You know, stay focused on what you're trying to do, and do for the better.
There we go. Well, guys, I think we're running out of time. Before we get out of here, tell everybody how they get a hold of you. How do they schedule these cleanings?
Man, Inside Out Detailing.
207 7348.
Check me out. Inside Out Detailing. Airplanes, RVs, boats, cars, jet skis. And like I said, I'm trying to get into the floor cleaning stuff. So
Yeah, make sure you check them out on Facebook as well, guys.
check me out on Facebook. Inside Out. Lemming's Inside Out Mobile Detailing. Check me out.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate you guys being on today. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.